Back in high school, I had an EF. But I got rid of that one too. I've always gone through cars, but the EF has always been. I've always liked that square body look.
All right, everyone, welcome back to the Motor Anatomy. Good morning, senor.
Good morning, brother. How you doing?
I am doing well. Thank you, Rene, for making the time for us, for driving all the way to this distance in this lamb-ass EF to make some time for us, man. So tell us, what do you drive?
I drive a 1990 Honda Civic SI.
1990 Civic SI.
Yes,
man,
sir.
It's crazy to think that a little backstory from my end when it comes to the EFs. I saw some guy with an SI maybe like 10 years ago, and the guy was thinking about selling for $2,500.
Okay.
And I told him, you better keep these cars because I don't know, there's gonna be something about them, they're gonna be rare. And he's like, dude, I don't think I'm ever gonna get past $2,500. Well, we know how that went.
Yeah.
So the fact that you have the SI, it makes me extremely happy, dude, because it's very hard to find. Now, tell us a little backstory about how did you even get started into cars?
I've always been into cars since high school, man. Just you know, looking at the import tuner magazines and stuff, and you know, growing up, that was the era that Fast and the Furious in high school and stuff. The movies came out, and it was always the car scene was always a passion and stuff I liked. And I actually found this car up in Clovis in Bakersfield. I got it for like I was living in Bakersfield and it was in Clovis.
Oh, okay.
And I got it for like $1,000.
What year was this?
Back in 2013. Yeah.
Wow. Again, nobody thought they were gonna go up in value, huh?
Yeah. No. So I ended up getting it for $1,000. It wouldn't turn on. So.
Sounds like a good EF. Yeah.
It wouldn't turn on, but you know. I showed the lady, I pulled out a spark plug, there was full of oil, and I ended up getting a good deal for it, and then took it back home, and it was just the main relay that was out, and then...
That was it?
Yeah, just put a head gasket on there, and...
Wait. You're like, it was the main relay, and then you said head gasket. Wait, that's a big jump. You said spark plug, and then it was a transmission, the engine. Nah, I'm kidding. Wait, so it's always been Hondas for you?
Yeah, I mean, I used to have a El Camino, 1986 El Camino, and I got rid of that. You know, people wanted to take it from me, and I just ended up taking it and selling it.
Just selling it?
Yeah, and just getting into the Hondas.
Came over to the good side?
Yeah.
Oh, kind of. You got a Civic EF, but you know, I won't punish you too much for that. So then, was it the EF that you really wanted, or it just kind of came about like it was an accidental, you know, good pickup, or?
No, I had back in high school I had an EF.
Oh, okay.
I had an EF, and I got rid of that one too. I've always gone through cars, but the EF has always been just that square body look. I've always liked that square body look.
So speaking of getting rid of, you picked this car up.
Yep.
How long you have it for?
I picked it up in 2013, and I had it probably for about maybe 3 years or 4.
And then what happened?
And then I ended up selling it, man.
You got bored of it, or what?
Just at the point in my life where I was at, I wasn't using it enough. I guess I had it in storage. So I was living in an apartment, so I kept it in the storage unit. That way, you know, it wouldn't get stolen or anything. But that was like, you know, $150 a month. It started adding up.
Yeah, definitely.
And you know, to only take it out once a month and stuff. So, well, I sold it, and then I got into the MC world, the motorcycle club and stuff. So I started, you know, working on the Harleys and stuff, and I got in that accident. And during my time of recovery and stuff, just, you know, bed rest, surfing through the OfferUp and all that stuff.
What else do you do, right?
What else do you do? YouTube. And so I was on OfferUp, and I happened to come across it. So I was like, what the heck? That's my car and stuff.
So you recognized it? I mean, you recognized the person that was selling it, and it was the same car.
And then I started working on it, started putting money into it. That way I had something, I guess, to do once I got a little bit better and stuff. I took it up to with Brandon with We Have Shut Up.
Oh, so it's broken then. This thing's not gonna run.
Exactly.
That's all I need to know. I'm sorry, I'll give you some money so you can tow it back. If Brandon touched it, It's done. It's leaking. It's probably leaking coolant as we speak right now.
Yeah. So he worked on it, and he built the motor for me.
Oh, okay.
I brought it back, and then we just started doing, you know, little things here and there. But it was in rags when I got it.
So now that you have it, what is the vision for it? It's extremely clean, by the way. I would think that it's done, but what is the vision for you?
It still needs its parts, man. It's got a lot of little flaws, you know, that I want to take care of. When I take it back up to Brandon, we're gonna take the motor back out and put the new transmission, clutch that we got. Because right now it has an LS, but we're gonna throw a GSR cable in it, put the new clutch in, the RC injectors, and the Honda on it.
Oh, wow.
But during that time, I want to paint the engine bay because it's got its little cosmetic, stretch marks and stuff. And
I mean, how old is the car? You know what I mean, type of thing.
It's like 31 years old. So, but that's what, you know, it keeps me from popping the hood. I mean, it's got a nice little setup, but them little chips and stuff, it's something that it bugs me. Yeah. So.
Well, we'll see. Maybe I don't know if that's letting you guys know that he's not going to show the hood, the engine bay. We'll see. I'll try to convince them, guys. Don't worry. And this is absolutely gorgeous, man. OEM paint still?
It's
it's been resprayed.
Nah, I mean, I didn't want to bring it up, but I guess since we're on your channel, brother, it's not paint, bro. It's vinyl.
Ooh, oh man, all right. And that's what this like. That's what. Here you go, man. Every single time I do an EF, I lose subscribers. I have to stop doing this to myself, because you guys always come up with the funkiest things. No, it's actually really, really nice though.
Yeah, no, it's vinyl, bro. I mean, like I said,
but it's a tribute to the OEM color, right?
Exactly.
The cream. Okay.
Like it's the same color that I used to have. If you look at the door jambs, you can't even.
I noticed that. That's the reason I thought it was paint. Yeah. I noticed the door jambs.
The cuts that my guy did are pretty.
Dude, it looks great though. What's the problem? No, dude, none of that. We love it. It looks extremely clean. We wouldn't, know unless you didn't tell. I love it.
Most people think it's paint, but unless you ask me, I won't lie to you, and I'll tell you, hey, it's vinyl, bro. It's underneath, it's the same color, but I was lucky to find like a wrap that was identical to the paint it was.
Very, very hard to find, man.
Because when I got it back, the paint was, I don't know, it looked like they tried to prep it for paint, because the clear that it did have, it was just, it was flat, like a matte cream color.
Okay.
So one of my buddies, Anthony, he I just bought the materials and he wrapped it for me.
I'm sure it didn't look like this when you first got it.
Just got a ZC hood, some ZC lights, but it was just that's pretty much it. The aero catch cans.
Very simple.
Very simple.
Clean,
yeah, I'm
though.
trying not to do too much to it.
No,
I know a lot of people go towards that JDM front end, but
yeah,
right now I don't have an arm and a leg to give it for that front end. Maybe one day, we'll see.
It's getting very expensive. It's ridiculous. UEF dudes are killing the game, not in a good way. I'm gonna get so much hate from this. And tell us a little about your suspension setup. What do you got going on?
I got function form type 1s with the top hats.
Oh, okay.
So that's what I've always had since day one, and fortunately it came back with the same suspension. So.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. So
that's still the same suspension?
Yeah, same suspension. I didn't have to buy the suspension or anything, so.
That's awesome. Okay.
Cool. That and a couple of little other parts that were on here that came back with it, so.
Wow, that never happens. That's awesome, man.
No, it was good that it didn't come back all parted out.
Oh, man.
Yeah, with like a lot of dings or dents and stuff on it.
Yeah, most definitely. Tell us about your wheel and tire setup, man. What do you got? Because I mean, these wheels, it's almost like they were made for this chassis, type of thing.
Yeah, no, they're SSR Deffies. They're on a 165, 55, 15 Federal tire.
And let's hear those baby specs. They're like what, 13 by 4.5?
Yeah, something like that. They're 10s, but we keep them clean.
I like that. There you go. So what are the specs?
They're just 4x100, 15-inch rims, and I believe they're by 7.
7 or 7.5?
Yeah.
7. Yeah.
They're all squared.
Yeah, but it looks great. It fits perfectly under that chassis, man.
Yeah, no. Good looking out to EF Heaven for that one. He hooked me up with those, and then we just refinished them.
Oh wow!
I got the barrels polished through one of my friends, Adam. And then you know, Carlos with EF Heaven, he got the faces powder coated for me, and I slapped them together.
Wow.
But yeah, no, they're definitely you know, hard to come by. You don't really you don't really see them too much. There's a couple of guys that have them, but and this, you know, especially when you have the lock and key with it to go with it.
So. Yeah, those little details, and they're getting expensive and very hard to find. So
yeah, if anybody wants to buy them, they're for sale. 10 grand.
Yeah,
10,000.
And that's a deal. That's a deal nowadays.
That basically means they're not for sale, so.
That's when you don't want to sell it, you give a price like that.
Yeah, hopefully we don't find an investor that has that money, so.
Oh, they're out there. Those guys are crazy. And then, first of all, mud flaps, just love it. It just gives it a nice little look.
Yeah.
And then the rear, tells us about the wing that you went with, and then while we're back here, your exhaust system.
It's just a EF9 wing in the back underneath it, and then it's supposed to be a Jay's racing wing, but it's got the LED and everything in it. And the exhaust is just, it's nothing special. It's just, I have some parts, like I said, but since living that low life, it's kind of,
it's hard to put them on.
Yeah, I don't want to put I have an Apex old school exhaust for it, but because it's so low, I don't want to thrash it. So maybe in the future, that's we'll see. I want to see if maybe get some different tires and stuff, get it a little bit higher, just because yeah, it with that B series, and it just smacks the header sometimes. So maybe in the future, lifting it up a little bit, get it a little bit more aggressive tire on it.
Never.
Yeah, I know, man.
Slam life.
I'm gonna have to get a different card if I want to do that. But
no, because this just looks so proper, just rolling. I know it's a pain in the butt to drive it this low.
Yeah.
But it looks nice, and the fact that it's static, it just adds so much to it, you know. And you drive it. That's the crazy thing. You drove it to San Diego. You drive it all over LA. I mean, you're definitely driving it, and we definitely appreciate that, man, especially at this height.
Maybe we'll drive it to the Bay Area for old school.
Chinguesu. Damn, Isaac. I like you, bro, but I wouldn't drive all the way over there. Be glad I drove to San Diego for him. That's otra historia. But all right, man. This is gorgeous. Any future major plans for the outside that you can think of? Painting it.
Like I said, paint.
Just kidding.
Probably paint. No, seriously, like
same color?
Yeah.
Okay.
Most likely just go with the same color, but taking out the little dings, the little details and stuff, and just having that original paint. But for the outside, I mean,
man, I don't really think
that there's nothing else that I really want to do to the outside. It's more interior wise and motor wise now, the stuff that I want to do.
Keep as is. It definitely looks perfect, man. In my opinion, with those wheels, that wrap is perfect. I would just keep as is. All right, Rene. Oh my goodness. This is extremely clean. What are we looking at, man?
Just some, I got some Recaro LX fishnet seats, the Civic JDM floor mats. I got some, the center console with the optional pocket, with the old school Kenwood tape player in there. I got the EM1 cluster for a Civic Si. Personal steering wheel, the Chasing J's horn delete. It's got a, what is that, S2000 push start button. What are the things I got? I got the JDM ZC seats in the rear. The little Kenwood JDM speaker pods. The satellite pods that hang from the top. What else? Just the little inserts like from Fox Design, the little wood panels that go in the dash. Those are cool too. I got Kenwood speakers in the back that light up at night and stuff. The JDM 4-way speakers. Yeah, I was counting it was a total of 14 speakers when you count it.
Wow.
Well, you know those JDM speakers it's a 4-way speaker, so you start to add that up and you end up at 14 speakers. But it's all Kenwood, all the speakers that it's in, on the door panels, on the exterior, the pods in the back, those are Kenwoods, and it's got the rear. I mean the JDM floor mats also.
I don't even want to ask, but what else is next, man? This is perfect. This is beyond what I thought you had.
No, just like I said, clean up the interior, the dash and stuff, and you know, try to find any little parts that are missing and stuff, just to complete it, man.
Complete it?
Yeah, clean up those little details, the little, you know, whoever had it before, the overspray and all that stuff, just to try to make it as OEM as possible, you know, when you roll it out to the dealer and stuff, kind of basically. But it's I like it the way it is, just to get out already, you know. It's be able to roll and hang out with the friends, take my daughter with me, and just being able to take it out. All
right, well, let's talk motor. Let's see what we got going on. Let's see.
Right.
Let's see if we made him feel comfortable enough. Oh, he's moving slow now. He doesn't want to.
Yeah, well, just try to Photoshop the scar marks and stuff,
Peer
brother.
Peer pressure. Yeah, he is gonna show it.
Yeah, it's a B18C, a JDM GSR.
Wow.
And it's got a GSR head. And like I said, if you see anything wrong with it, remember Brandon built it, so.
Dude, I know.
So.
No, it's not if we see something wrong. It's when we. Oh no. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So like I said,
you were there. I should have known. Wow.
Like I say, it's got its work, its needs. It's far from being done. I got a lot of
dude.
I got a lot of work to do on the motor, brother. The engine bay work.
I'm sorry, I'm cutting you off, but I have to address this. I thought it was gonna be like, you know, dirty and.
Yeah, it is, bro. It's
no,
like I said, man.
No, this is wow. To think that this is not your final product, this would be like my final product for me.
Nah, this is, like I said, it's far from being done. We're gonna rip out the engine, put the new tranny in it, the new clutch, put the RC injectors in, and during that process, I'm gonna make sure we paint the engine bay again and get it done right this time. Dude. So it's got its flaws, man. It's got a lot of flaws, but.
So let me ask you, what has been done? You said, I mean, whatever you want to share.
It's a fully built GSR head, and then I know Brandon put some upgraded pistons, and then we put the Edelbrock manifold on there. It came back with my intake. Luckily, that intake I had.
No way.
Yeah, I got that made back in the day when I had the car.
Wow.
So, you know, my friend, Angel with Art of Attack, it used to be Nemo's Garage. One of his friends made it for me.
Oh wow.
So
that's 2013.
Yeah, since about probably 2015 he made that for me.
Wow.
So his friend Ubaldo made it for me, but I specifically wanted it with all the pie cuts like that, and then the pie cuts carry down to the bottom to the cold air intake. So it's got another piece of metal that it connects and it has all those pie cuts.
Wow, that's so cool that has survived throughout the years.
Yeah, I'm glad that I got it back with it, because when I got back the car, it had a CRV, a B20 in it, and I was like, oh man. So definitely had to do something about the motor and stuff.
No hate against those B20s though. Dude, you know how many people is gonna dislike this video? It's just everything.
No, it was really, you could put, I'll send you a picture. You could post the before and the after, what it looked like, so that way they're like, oh, okay, I understand.
I'm sure it looked better. I mean, Brandon messed with it, so it can be an improvement. And then, so I'm assuming you haven't dynoed it or anything, right?
No, not yet. Okay. No.
But it's running healthy. It's comfortable. It's getting you back and forth.
Yeah, that was the plan, is to get it just to get me to point A to point B.
And what kind of transmission?
The one it has right now is an LS, but the one it's sitting at his house is a GSR cable. Which is
you have to be careful with Brandon, because he's gonna try to talk you into all-wheel drive. Just letting you know.
All-wheel drive the world.
That's his go-to answer for everything.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
But yeah, we're just waiting on the synchros, and then I'm gonna take it back up there and probably do a couple little more meets or these little shows, and then send it back up there. Probably be up there for a couple of weeks, and probably be back in July, hopefully.
Wow,
with everything done.
Well, first of all, thank you for sharing this with us. It's very, very nice.
Thank you.
Like, you don't give yourself the credit, and obviously Brandon, all jokes aside, that guy knows how to build everything. So it's pretty cool to see that his work is here. Wow.
Yeah, no, real humble guy, dude. He took care of me while I was recovering. So no questions asked. It's gonna need this, and you already know by looking at his build. He knows.
Yeah.
What he's,
No
hopefully,
shortcuts.
Yeah. Hopefully, he knows what he's doing. But but yeah, no, blessed that he was able to take care of it. Yeah, and last night we just put the wiper delete on there. That's Soul Creations.
Cow?
Yeah, the cow. The
Nice.
wiper delete. So we put that on last night.
Very clean.
So I like the look of it.
Oh, yeah.
We'll just use Rene. Or
Be careful. Yeah. That's what we do this in the morning.
we don't like taking this thing out on the rain.
No,
weight, man.
I really like that piece. Very, very clean.
Shout outs I want to give out to, the people that have helped me with the car along the way. Obviously, probably don't have enough time to name everybody, but EF Heaven for helping me with the wheels and those little small parts. Shout out to Isaac with Old School Honda. He's always I known him since his Cali del Sol days. Just everybody, man. Danny, Darko for helping me, along the way too with the, electronic parts and stuff. Brandon for, helping me with the motor. And then just shout out to the car community in general, all the photographers, all the people that do vlogs, yourself. It's something that I like to see, man. Just, that's what I like going to those meets and stuff. At the end result, I like seeing those pictures that you guys work on, man. You guys got skills and talent, and a lot of hard work with your vlogs. And I love seeing that stuff, It's what makes it. I like going out there to see that at the end, Like, oh man, this guy took a awesome picture. Or, oh man, the car came out in the video. It means a lot to me. Back in the day, a lot of people would go to these shows and they do it for the trophies and stuff. But I just love keeping those memories with me. Being able to store all those pictures for later on in life.
Yeah,
being able to
cool
go back
memory,
and keeping those memories and those. So just shout out to everybody that's helped me along the way with the car and stuff, dude. And like I said, thanks to the car community that
Most definitely, man. I appreciate your time. Seriously, we definitely, all jokes aside, I love seeing these, Econo boxies from the 80s and early 90s on the freeway, and especially how clean you guys keep it. Because let's be honest, these cars sometimes are even much better condition than some of the newer cars because you guys have the heart. And like I said, one of the most favorite interiors that you've ever, I've ever had to. Been able to feature, and the car itself, man, it's extremely clean. So definitely thank you for keeping the EFs alive, man. It means a lot, and I know there's a lot of dudes out there who are gonna get motivated by this, just to hear your story and to see your build, man. So thank you.
No, appreciate it, man. Thank you for your time too, man.
Major props, dude. This is one of my most favorite interiors that I've been able to see.
I think you tell that to everybody, dog. Me estás chiviando nomás.
I do, but I actually mean it with you. No, I'm kidding. No, this is extremely, like, one, clean, two, just the parts that you mentioned. I know in the EF, like anything, every car, but these EFs is definitely getting very difficult to find. So the fact that you have all of these ones is pretty dope, man.
I appreciate it, man.
Especially
Thank
those
you.
speakers are hanging. That's
yeah,
cool.
those
I don't care if they don't work, man. I don't care if they don't work. They look cool. He said 14 speakers, but only like 8 of them work.
None of them are connected. I got a hidden JBL boombox underneath the seat.
You have a little tiny speaker. Oh yeah, you have been in the 90s and 80s, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Somebody can DM me your name. They're like, his name is Rene. I'm like, with that name, I would get a fucking nickname too.
Sí, cabrón, culero.
Sí, güey. La neta. You're like, man, take this off.
I'm out.
All right. 3, 2. Let me see. Pinche carros feos, no me gustan los EFs, güey.
Puro CF haces, güey, en tu interviews.
Yeah, pues sí, güey. Son los únicos güeyes que ruegan. All right. 3, 2, 1.